Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Legal Information Law Insights. I am Advocate Mukund Mahajan, and in today's video, we will discuss who is a nominee and what rights do they have, and in which types of investments a nominee can be appointed. We will also explore the relevant court rulings that clarify the nominee's position in each case. If you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon for more legal updates. A nominee is a person appointed by the account holder, policyholder, or investor to receive assets after his death. However, a nominee does not become the legal owner but acts as a trustee until the rightful legal heirs claim the asset. मित्रों, वीडियो शुरू करने से पहले हम नॉमिनी का अर्थ और उसकी भूमिका हिंदी में समझ लेंगे। नॉमिनी वह व्यक्ति होता है जिसे किसी संपत्ति, बैंक खाता, बीमा पॉलिसी, निवेश या अन्य वित्तीय साधनों के लिए नामांकित किया जाता है ताकि संबंधित व्यक्ति की मृत्यु के बाद संपत्ति या धनराशि उसके पास हस्तांतरित की जा सके। नॉमिनी को हिंदी में नामांकित व्यक्ति भी कहा जाता है। हालांकि यह समझना आवश्यक है कि नॉमिनी केवल एक ट्रस्टी, अभिरक्षक होता है, न कि कानूनी उत्तराधिकारी। इसका अर्थ यह है कि नॉमिनी को संबंधित संपत्ति या धनराशि का स्वामित्व नहीं मिलता, बल्कि वह इसे वास्तविक कानूनी वारिसों को सौंपने का उत्तरदायित्व निभाता है, जब तक कि कानून या वसीयत में कुछ और न कहा गया हो। नॉमिनी की नियुक्ति का मुख्य उद्देश्य यह सुनिश्चित करना होता है कि संबंधित संपत्ति या धन का हस्तांतरण आसानी से हो सके और कानूनी जटिलताओं से बचा जा सके। यह विशेष रूप से बैंक खातों, बीमा योजनाओं, पेंशन फंड्स, म्यूचुअल फंड्स, सरकारी योजनाओं, संपत्तियों और अन्य वित्तीय साधनों में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाता है। यदि कोई व्यक्ति नॉमिनी नियुक्त किए बिना मृत्यु को प्राप्त होता है, तो संपत्ति या धन का वितरण उत्तराधिकार कानूनों के अनुसार किया जाता है, जिससे कानूनी विवाद उत्पन्न हो सकते हैं। इसलिए सही नॉमिनी चुनना और इस प्रक्रिया को समय पर पूरा करना आवश्यक होता है। Now, let us explore the key areas where nominees are commonly appointed. Nominees can be appointed across various types of financial and legal assets to ensure a smooth transition of ownership or management upon the account holder's death. Nomination for bank accounts and fixed deposits. A nominee can claim the funds from the bank after the account holder's death. However, the legal heirs have a superior right if no valid will exists. In Manoj Kumar Sharma v. Union of India, 2024, Allahabad High Court ruled that a nominee in a bank account holds the funds in trust for the legal heirs. The nominee is not the owner. Nomination for life insurance policies. The nominee receives the life insurance proceeds after the policyholder's death. The legal heirs can claim their share if there is a will or as per inheritance laws. In Sarbati Devi v. Usha Devi, 1984, Supreme Court held that a nominee under a life insurance policy does not acquire ownership of the policy proceeds. The legal heirs are entitled to claim the insurance benefits. Nomination for mutual funds and stocks. A nominee can claim the mutual fund units or stocks after the investor's death. The legal heirs have a stronger claim, particularly if no will is present. In Shakti Yezdani v. Jayant Salgaonkar, 2023, Supreme Court clarified that a nominee in mutual funds is not the final owner. The rightful heirs inherit the investment as per succession laws. Nomination for provident funds and pension accounts. A nominee can receive the balance in a provident fund, PF, or pension account. However, the legal heirs will claim it if the deceased's will or succession laws apply. In Vishin N. Khanchandani v. Vidhankagyan, 2000, Supreme Court ruled that a nominee in a provident fund or pension account is not the owner. The funds are to be distributed according to the will or succession laws. Nomination for post office deposits. A nominee can claim the balance of post office savings or term deposits. As with other assets, the legal heirs have the final claim. In Rama Chakravarti v. Punjab National Bank, 1990, Calcutta High Court held that a nominee in post office deposits does not acquire ownership rights. The funds are distributed among legal heirs as per applicable laws. Nomination for real estate, property. A nominee can be appointed for property or real estate assets. However, the nominee's role is that of a caretaker, and legal heirs ultimately inherit the property. In Vikram Singh v. Union of India, 2015, Delhi High Court held that the nominee in real estate holds the property in trust. The true ownership is passed to the legal heirs or as per the will. Nomination for employee benefit schemes, gratuity, leave encashment. A nominee can receive employee benefits such as gratuity or leave encashment after the employee's death. However, the employer may pay the nominee as a trustee for the heirs. In B.R. Bansal v. UOI, 2007, Supreme Court held that nominees under employee benefit schemes receive payments in trust for the heirs unless directed otherwise in the will. Nomination for government savings schemes, NSC, KVP. A nominee can claim the maturity amount from National Savings Certificates, NSC, or Kisan Vikas Patra, KVP. The nominee holds it in trust for the legal heirs. In Government of India v. Sushil Kumar, 2010, Supreme Court ruled that the nominee under a government savings scheme is not the absolute owner. The assets are passed to the legal heirs according to succession laws. Nomination for retirement plans, EPF, PPF. A nominee can claim the funds from an employee's provident fund, EPF, or public provident fund, PPF. However, the legal heirs have a rightful claim if there is a valid will or as per inheritance laws. In Ashok Kumar Agrawal v. Union of India, 2008, Supreme Court held that nominees under EPF and PPF schemes act as custodians until legal heirs step in. The funds pass according to the will or inheritance laws. Nomination for digital assets, cryptocurrencies, online investment portfolios. Nominees can be appointed for digital assets like cryptocurrencies or online investment portfolios. The legal heirs will have greater rights over these assets, especially when no will is involved. In Digital India Initiative v. State of Maharashtra, 2022, Bombay High Court ruled that the nominee in digital assets only holds the assets in trust until the legal heirs make a claim as per succession laws. Nomination for bank locker accounts. A nominee can be appointed for bank locker accounts to access the contents after the account holder's death. The nominee does not become the owner but must hand over the contents to the legal heirs. In State Bank of India v. Ramakrishna Pillai, 2016, Kerala High Court ruled that a nominee can access the contents of a locker, but they must ultimately transfer the assets to the rightful legal heirs. Nomination for tax-saving bonds. A nominee can claim tax-saving bonds like those under the Public Provident Fund, PPF, or National Savings Certificate, NSC. However, ownership of the funds passes to the legal heirs. In Kailash Chandra v. State of UP, 2009, Allahabad High Court ruled that a nominee in tax-saving bonds does not inherit the bonds. The rightful heirs will receive the bonds based on succession laws. Now, let's discuss the certain rights of a nominee. A nominee holds certain rights related to the assets they are designated for, but it's essential to understand that these rights are often limited to those of a custodian or trustee, rather than ownership. Here's a breakdown of the rights a nominee has. Right to claim the assets. A nominee has the right to claim the assets designated to them, example, bank accounts, insurance policies, etc., upon the death of the account holder or policy holder. However, this right is not absolute, as the nominee holds the assets in trust for the legal heirs. Right to access information. The nominee has the right to request and access information regarding the assets for which they have been nominated. This may include details such as bank account balances, policy terms, and other relevant documents to enable them to claim the assets. Right to receive insurance proceeds. If nominated for a life insurance policy, the nominee has the right to receive the insurance proceeds after the death of the policyholder. However, this amount may be contested by the legal heirs if there is a dispute over the estate. Right to manage assets temporarily. A nominee has the right to manage the assets temporarily until the legal heirs come forward to claim them. This applies to assets like bank accounts, post office deposits, and fixed deposits. The nominee must manage the assets in good faith and ensure they are transferred to the rightful heirs. Right to access bank locker accounts. In the case of a bank locker, the nominee has the right to access the locker and its contents after the account holder's death. they must follow the proper procedures, such as providing the death certificate and proof of nomination. Right to distribution of assets. The nominee has the right to distribute the assets to the rightful legal heirs after fulfilling all formalities. This includes transferring funds, securities, or other assets in accordance with the law. Right to transfer mutual funds or shares. If the nominee is appointed for mutual funds or stocks, they have the right to claim or transfer the holdings to the legal heirs after proper documentation and verification, particularly if there is no dispute over ownership. A dematerialized account allows investors to hold shares and securities in electronic form. To ensure a smooth transition of assets in the event of the account holder's death, nomination provisions are available under the Depositories Act, 1996 and SABI regulations. After the account holder's death, the nominee can claim the securities by providing necessary documentation. The nominee can choose to hold the securities in their own demat account or transfer them to legal heirs as per succession laws. Right to withdraw Provident Fund, PF, and pension accounts. If a nominee is appointed for Provident Fund, PF, or pension accounts, they can claim the balance in the fund. However, they must transfer these funds to the legal heirs after the legal process is completed. Right to claim tax-saving bonds. If nominated for tax-saving bonds, the nominee has the right to claim and transfer the bonds or the proceeds from these investments to the legal heirs as per succession laws. Now, let us examine the important considerations in nominee appointments. Limited ownership. A nominee does not become the absolute owner of the assets unless they are the sole beneficiary under the law, for example, when there are no legal heirs or a valid will specifying the nominee as the heir. Duty to the legal heirs. The nominee's primary role is to act as a custodian and trustee. They are bound to hand over the assets to the rightful heirs or beneficiaries based on the deceased's will or succession laws. Now, let's compare nominee rights and heir rights. In the case of disputes, the legal heirs often have superior rights over the nominee, especially when a will or inheritance laws are involved. It is crucial to note that while a nominee holds certain rights to claim and manage the assets, they do not become the absolute owner of the assets, unless explicitly stated in a will or by law. The nominee's role is primarily that of a custodian or trustee, and they are responsible for ensuring the proper distribution of the assets to the legal heirs. In case of any disputes, the legal heirs typically have superior rights over the nominee, especially when there is a valid will or when inheritance laws come into play, which underscores the importance of clear estate planning to avoid conflicts. Now, let's discuss the key takeaways. A nominee is not the legal owner but holds the assets in trust until the legal heirs claim them. Legal heirs can claim their rightful share based on a valid will or inheritance laws. Proper estate planning, including appointing a nominee and drafting a valid will, ensures that assets pass to the rightful beneficiaries without complications. Now, let's take a look at the responsibilities of a nominee. A nominee's responsibilities are essentially those of a trustee rather than an owner. Here are the key duties of a nominee. Custodian of assets. A nominee is responsible for holding the assets in trust for the legal heirs. They do not own the assets but must ensure that they are passed on to the rightful heirs as per the deceased's will or applicable inheritance laws. Now, we will discuss fulfilling legal obligations as a nominee. The nominee must comply with all legal formalities and procedures required to claim the assets. This may include submitting death certificates, completing claim forms, and providing proof of their status as the nominee to the relevant institutions, for example, banks, insurance companies. Transferring assets to legal heirs. After receiving the assets, the nominee is required to transfer them to the legal heirs based on the deceased's will or succession laws. The nominee must ensure the assets reach the rightful owners in a timely and legal manner. Providing transparency. Nominees are responsible for maintaining transparency throughout the process. They must keep clear records of all transactions, including asset distributions, and provide this information to the legal heirs when required. Acting in good faith. A nominee must act in the best interest of the legal heirs and avoid any actions that might result in personal gain or conflict of interest. They should not misuse the assets or act contrary to the deceased's intentions. Understanding the legal framework, nominees must have a basic understanding of the legal rights of the heirs and the relevant legal provisions governing the assets they are managing. This includes being aware of whether the deceased had a valid will and understanding the applicable succession laws. Handling special cases, in some cases, such as with digital assets or property, the nominee may need to engage in additional legal proceedings to ensure that the assets are transferred in accordance with the law. While a nominee's role is largely administrative, it is critical that they understand the legal and ethical obligations involved. They should be diligent in ensuring the rightful beneficiaries receive what they are entitled to according to law. I hope this video has helped clarify the role of a nominee and the rights and responsibilities they have. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and comment below if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe to Legal Information, Law Insights for more legal tips and updates. Thanks you for watching, stay informed, stay legally aware and see you in the next video.